PacificBeerChat.com. Hey, this is Mike from Mike's Craft Beer. On the weekend of April 7th and 8th, 2017, Chelsea from Brewful BC and I were at the Fest-Of-Ale, and we recorded a bunch of little interviews during the festival, and I've broken it up into a couple episodes just for the length of audio we have. So this is part one of the festival. Cheers. We start with Cannery Brewing. Hope you enjoy.
Ross has served us the Imperial IPA, the new one from Cannery Brewing. Can you tell me what hops are in it?
It has Cascade, Amarillo, Mosaic, Vic Secret, and Simcoe.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, that's really good.
Yeah, it's really nice. So is this in bottles or?
It's just a Fest-Of-Ale.
Fest-Of-Ale only?
Instead of doing casks this weekend, we did 40 liters of this beer on our little pilot system.
Nice. What else are you pouring today?
We have our Darkling Oatmeal Stout, our Hop Chowder New England style IPA, and one Trick Pilsner.
Okay, nice. What's in the hop chowder? The New England IPA is really popular these days.
Yeah.
All over the bloody place.
So it's one of those ones, you just kind of drink some of the ones that are on the market and just try to create your own, figure out where it is, because, in Canada we don't really have the option to taste a lot of them. So it's Mosaic and Amarillo are the hops in it.
Nice.
It's about 6.5%.
Guessing it's pretty darn juicy then.
Juicy and hazy, and try to get it soft, adjust the water profile a little bit to get it nice and soft. So.
Yeah, it's funny how much you have to work with the water to kind of match what they have in New England.
Exactly.
The chemistry is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Did you add the hops during your primary fermentation with that, or because I know that some of them are doing that?
Yeah, just all the research I did. Some do that, some don't do that, some don't use any wheat, some use lots of wheat, some use lots of oats. Like it's just back and forth. So, just kind of took little pieces from all over the place, and adding during primary, you're introducing wild yeast, so it can kind of be a little bit scary as far as dry hopping at that point, right? So. We usually wait till we're pretty much terminal before we do that.
Okay.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you bet.
Thanks, Ross.
Enjoy, guys.
We've got Nathan from Detonate Brewing here. It's in Summerland?
Summerland, BC, yeah.
And you just opened up when again?
Beginning of February.
Okay, and how long have you been brewing?
I've been brewing at a homebrew scale for about 10 years.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So we got lots of experience.
Yeah.
How's it going right now? Are you busy?
It's going awesome, yeah.
So you're just open on Friday, Saturday right now?
Friday, Saturdays for now, yeah. I tend to brew or package or do whatever on Sundays. I still have a full-time job, so...
You hear that a lot in the industry, don't you?
It's been going really well. From when I opened, when I originally started, I thought I could, just do it on the side for a long time and keep my full-time job for a while. Yeah. And, I've been doing in a day what I thought I'd do out of a month out of the tap room. So it's just, I gave notice to my work, so nice. I'll be done at pretty much the beginning of May. And I'll be...
That's great to hear that you're...
running it full-time, so it'll be open a bit more, and especially through the summer. And
it's always funny because... Everyone always has these 2-year plans. 6 months in, they've already beaten that 2-year plan. Yeah, and they're trying to figure out how the hell to go to the next level.
It's a very conservative plan. Let's just say that.
Everyone has that, and it's usually just because that's all the money you have.
Yeah, exactly.
It's hard. So, what beers do you what are your core, or do you have a core brand?
So my core is kind of what I have here tonight is the Call the Hops IPA, the Citra Station Citra Pale Ale, and the Sunday Funday Breakfast Stout.
Nice.
As well as I have just kind of a lighter pale ale too. I'll probably keep around.
Okay.
And then past that, I have a little pilot system I can play around with. So I'll be making all kinds of fun stuff. And
nice.
It's only 100 liters, so if it doesn't turn out, it's it's fine.
Yeah, that's not too bad.
Only a couple kegs.
Yeah, exactly. How big's your system?
So my system's a 10 hex system, mismatched fermenters, so it ranges from about 7 to 9 to 24 hectoliters at a time. It's kind of, I bought a bunch of old repurposed stuff, there's a milk tank, so that one's, I think I could put about 24 hectoliters into that, so I double batch into that.
Okay.
and then a couple other tanks. One I just got from Nelson, which is matched to that, and then a conical fermenter too, which is 7 BBL, so it's about 9 hec.
Nice.
Want your beer, actually?
Yeah, for sure.
Beer.
Why not?
Try,
I think we can edit this out.
yeah. I'm going to try the stout because I haven't had that yet.
For sure.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Yeah. I had I guess, well, maybe it is. Is it the same one that you had on a couple months ago, or is this a new one?
No, it's the same, but we just
Yeah.
actually named our beers now.
Oh, okay. Because actually, I really, really loved it the first time I had it. It was my favorite, I think. I like the Call to Hops, too.
Yeah,
But
it's definitely favorite for me.
it's got a nice, like, chocolate kind of, yeah. No, I remembered that one. I brought home some growlers after I interviewed Nate, and I drank them. I started to take pictures to put them up on my blog. It's like, oh my god, like I drank it so fast because it was so good.
Good, that's what.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, no, I like the mouthfeel of the stout. It's good.
Yeah. So are you really into beer as well, then? or-
Yeah, I didn't, not until I met him.
Yeah.
Started dating him and then got totally immersed into it now.
Yeah.
Like beer. But the thing is, like, drinking Canadian when you're like a teenager to drinking craft beer, it's like night and day, right? Like,
Yeah.
It's like, oh, you don't, I didn't like beer. Now I do.
Yeah, yeah, it's funny. Like you don't
Yeah.
like beer, and then you're like, wait a second, I don't like shitty beer.
I'll put the same-
I like the
Exactly.
other beer that's really delicious. It's
Yeah.
just all the crappy beer I
Yeah.
don't like.
So it was all him. He got me into it.
Yeah.
Now I drink beer all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, how could you not? Like, we have so much beer all the
Yeah,
time. So it's like,
Do you ever get sick of it? You're like, I just really like some wine
Yeah.
tonight. Like,
occasionally cider, just to mix it up a bit.
yeah. Oh, that looks like chocolate pudding even. That's so nice.
I like my stouts to just be really dark and just really flavorful.
Oh,
Yeah.
I really like that.
A little
Yeah.
smoky, quite roasty.
Yeah, it's got quite a few different flavors in there. It just gives it a really nice, complex flavor.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice. It's not overly bitter either. It's
Yeah.
got that darkness. Are you using the dehusked malt then, or?
No, just regular.
Okay, well, it's good. I like it.
It's a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Kind
Yeah.
Of thing.
So what are you finding is the top seller right now?
I'd say it's pretty close between the stout and the IPA.
Yeah.
So the Call of Hops and the Center Find.
Yeah, everybody likes the Call of Hops.
Yeah, and then this Citra, I've just kind of had it up again, and it's been doing really well too. It's kind of a little bit more of a summery beer though, so I
Yeah.
think it'll do really well in the summer.
Yeah. So once you have like free range, no job to go to other than the brewery, do you have any plans to do something? Like, do you have any beers you're thinking of doing that you need more time for?
I got all kinds of beers.
Yeah.
What are you willing to talk about?
I'm gonna, yeah, actually, in the kind of the beginning of summer here, I'm gonna attempt to do a cherry porter, and I'm gonna attempt to get my cherries whole from a local farmer.
Oh, nice.
And it's gonna be interesting because it's gonna be a lot of cherries we have to process by hand. Strong believer in just using stuff locally and stuff like that, and just doing things from as whole as you can get it. No, like extracts and stuff. I'm not a huge fan of that kind of stuff.
Well, I guess you're in a good situation in Summerland. You have all of the fruit available
Yeah.
to you, so it shouldn't be hard to find that.
Yeah, so I mean, it'll be a very seasonal type beers, and for some of that stuff, and yeah.
It always seems to show when you use like proper fresh fruit and stuff. The extract, it just tastes.
You just
chemical.
taste a little bit
Tastes
off.
right.
Yeah.
It's artificial.
But when you think about putting like 2,000 pounds of cherries into a batch of beer, it's a little daunting.
Yeah, for sure. I've heard that from a lot of breweries. Some of them have decided to scale back the brew a little bit because it's just so much work.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a couple 1 hex and see how that goes. I think that's about 200 pounds or something like that. So.
Yeah, when we did it like on a home scale, we took all the pits out, all the stems. Like it was a lot of work.
Yeah.
It really looked like it was like a bloodbath of cherry juice covered in cherries.
I've heard similar when people do coconut beers.
Yeah.
They got to get it ready, then they got to roast it.
Yeah, just so much, but
And so you haven't seen the actual brewery, but Nathan is like really DIY, kind of like built stuff. It looks really cool in there because there's a lot of stuff that you've kind of like made from scratch or made from other things to make into brewery type things, right?
Yeah, so I mean, there's like all kinds of probably at least half the tanks are repurposed from something, mostly milk dairy farms and
I
stuff
hear that
like
a lot,
that.
actually, yeah.
Great tanks, like CIP balls, all that kind of stuff in them. Awesome. Kind of a pain for some things, but they work. But I made my bottling line. It's just a couple more beer fillers, and they're on hinges, and then you just do counter pressure fillers, so it's all counter pressure fills, and then do 4 at a time. I made myself a little pneumatic cap or two, and Yeah, just one day I was sitting in the garage and bottling, and I was like pressing them all down by hand. I was like, there's got to be a better way. So
Yeah, for sure.
there was.
So your beer's available, growler fills.
Right now, growler fills at the brewery. Bottles as of yesterday at the brewery.
Nice.
They're here too today.
Oh, perfect.
So in the on-site liquor store. They will probably be going out next week
Okay. Just in the
local area.
local
here,
area?
yeah. And
So
then
just in Summerland or out to Penticton? and
I'll
stuff?
probably do Penticton, kind of Kelowna kind of thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's good news. I've been Kelowna a lot, so
Yeah. Well, I still work in Kelowna, so
for a while.
For a while. So my lunchtimes may be a little longer in going to liquor stores.
What else do you do on your lunchtime?
It's working 2 jobs and then family, so
Yeah.
it's a lot.
Is it enough time at home, do you think? Do you guys have to go to the brewery to visit?
Sometimes I take the kids down to the brewery
Yeah.
to visit. Yeah, otherwise I don't see Daddy for a couple days.
Yeah.
Never heard that before.
He's been known to sleep on sacks of grain. Spend the night at the brewery, so yeah. It's got to get it done, so.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Inspectors were coming, and there's still lots to do. So.
Sleep for a couple hours and back at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So I guess where can people find you online?
DetonateBrewing.com, or Facebook's probably the one that gets Facebook and Instagram get updated quite frequently by my wife.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks a lot.
No worries.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
All right, we're here with Paul from Bomber Brewing. What are you pouring today?
Mike, we've got our brand new release, the Kolsch style ale, the Bandit, our award-winning Russian Imperial Stout, and everybody's favorite Park Life Passion Fruit Blonde Ale. It's back for the summer.
Great. Yeah, I think every park has a couple 6-packs in it every summer.
Absolutely, man, and it was designed to just be that, something to drink outside. It pairs beautifully with sunshine.
Yeah, it sure does, yeah. Here, can I try your Kolsch then?
Absolutely, man.
It's not usually my first beer, but it's new.
It's a good starter beer, right?
It's totally new, so I have to try that.
All right, my friend.
All right.
The Bandit is yours.
Tell me a little bit about this one then.
It's like a traditional Kolsch style. It's a lagered ale. We don't really keep it in the super conventional sense, but we try to keep it as traditional as possible. But being that it's not brewed in Cologne, Germany, it can't be called a Kolsch, so that's why we're calling it Kolsch style, baby.
Yeah, no,
But it's dry, it's crisp, it's refreshing. It's a spring in a glass.
fruity, it's tasty.
Yeah.
I can see drinking a lot of these in the summer.
I think so too. Yeah,
Cheers.
I'm going to be rocking it for sure. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks very much.
No problem.
We're here with Steel and Oak from New West. Let's talk about your beers here.
All right, so Mike, today you're going to try our wood lager. This is a beer that was lagered for actually a full 8 weeks. About 5 weeks after the fermenting, primary fermenting, we took some slats of wood and we put them in with the tank, in with the beer to condition for about, like I said, about 5 weeks total. This beer is an interesting beer because it's pretty much just a traditional German style lager, something you would drink in very malt forward Bavaria or other parts of more southern Germany. But with the wood pieces, you actually get a lot more earthiness.
Yeah, for sure.
And it actually blended together. Trying it off the tank, we were a bit hesitant about it, but once it had a full 8 weeks in there and we kegged it, the characteristics actually blended together really nicely.
That's amazing. It's not like, it is more earthy than it is really like super woody. It doesn't taste like a barrel-aged beer or something.
Correct, yeah.
It's really interesting.
Yeah,
I like that.
and like I said, we tried a bunch of different styles of woods. The little dirty secret, which I don't mind sharing, is we actually use maple wood, so steel and maple, I guess we can call it. We did test some out. Some of our did a little pilot batch with some oak and a few other styles of wood too. But maple had the desired effects that we liked. So it took a few, like I said, it took a few extra weeks in the tank, and we kept it in kegs for a little while before really releasing it, and it tastes great. I love this beer a lot. So.
Yeah, no, it's. I'm not a huge lager fan, and it's got a ton of flavor. I like it.
I think we might be still ready to convert you here, Mike.
Well, no, there's a lot of lagers I like. I just don't like the average yellow fizzy lager, craft
True.
or not. It's just not enough flavor for me. This has a ton of flavor though.
Very much so, and the earthiness that kind of finishes it off. Just that you can't really tell it's wood.
Yeah.
But if I were to, I mean, obviously when you read the sign, it says wood lager, telling you it's a wood lager. But with the with the finish on it, you could just think it's a different type of malt, a lot more robust, even slight amount of smoke. Maybe even the hops are doing something to it, but the wood really kind of get the characteristic we like out of it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that was great.
Awesome.
I'm really curious. So you guys went with the maple. So what was it with the other experiments? Like, what made you choose the maple versus what else you're using?
Mainly, it was desired effect. It was it was sort of by committee. We made up a couple of growlers with a base beer, which is we use our Royal City as a base beer, and we filled a growler with that and a few oak chips, maple chips. I think we tried some fir as well. I can't remember. I think there was one or two different styles. Anyways, we lined them all up, saw which ones we liked best, tasted with the brew team, and the end result was that maple was probably the best and safest bet for us to go for to get what we wanted to go with this. So yeah,
I like it. What else are you pouring today?
Today we've got our dark lager, which is sort of a festival favorite from us, and a mainstay of our lineup. Nice and malty, finishes like a lager. Of course, we're known for our lagers and pilsners, but we wanted to switch it up a little bit too, and we brought our dry hopped ESB. We recently discovered that we played around with this recipe a little bit, and we recently kind of revamped the dry hopping that we do with this beer. So it actually has a little less cascade, and I believe it has some Simcoe in there too now. Gives you a little bit of a different characteristic, better aroma too. One of the big complaints about ESBs is sometimes it smells like feet.
I have not heard that before.
I've definitely experienced it. Now that I've told you, you're gonna go try some, and you'll have it in your mind. So, so we got we essentially combated that by changing the hops a little bit, and it's like a whole new beer. Myself on the sales side, I've seen sales go up on that, and I've seen that it's a nice sort of what English would call like a pub ale.
Yeah.
Something about 4.6%, drinkable. It's not a hoppy IPA. It's not a weak lager. It's a good beer.
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
Thanks for stopping by today, guys.
Our pleasure.
Okay, awesome.
Cheers. It's got Chris here from Untapped. What did you bring out here today to the Festival?
Yeah, we brought two booths here with an American booth and a Canadian booth. From the U.S. booth, we got Double Mountain from Hood River, Oregon.
They're really, really good.
Really good. Really cool guys making some great beers. And then we also got Coronado from California, San Diego area. Just launching their new Guava IPA into the BC market.
Shit, that's going to be good.
It's dope.
Yeah.
And then from the Canada side, we got Bo's Organic Brewery from Ontario.
Big fan of theirs too, yeah.
Yeah, they make some cool stuff. So we got their Tripel with the botanicals in it. And
I just did a review of that recently, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
You like it?
Yeah, I did, yeah.
It's weird. It's 9% too.
And I'm not a big Gruit fan, but because it's a triple, really loved how it worked out.
Yeah, it actually really married really nicely together, yeah. And then last but not least, it's a big hit always for us is Glutenberg from Montreal.
Yeah, no, they're a big fan.
Excellent gluten-free beers.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Now, can I try one of those, the Double Mountain, the guava one?
Yeah, man, absolutely. Here, brother.
So yeah, tell me about this one, man.
Yeah, this one, basically they based it off of their flagship Islander IPA.
Okay.
This one's giving you a lot of tropical notes, but still has a piney backbone.
Wow.
Very aromatic. This one they're using real guava puree, so it's real puree, not just juice.
Yeah.
So
Holy
you're getting
shit.
an excellent nose off it, and really subtle but tasty palate on it.
Yeah, damn, that is. It smells amazing, but it tastes better.
Oh yeah, super cool. Glad you like
Wow. Yeah, that's great.
A little bit of a Cali love.
It's bitter, but it's way juicier than it is bitter.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's amazing.
I think it's gonna be a big hit. We got it in cans too, so I think it's gonna be a big
Nice.
hit. Yeah, super hit.
How available is that going to be?
We just launched it last week. It's going in cans at 650 Bombers. So it's going to be right across Western Canada.
Nice.
In Alberta,
That's awesome.
Yukon, and BC. Super cool.
That is great news.
Always nice to see you, right?
Yeah, same here, man.
Cool, brother.
Cheers.
Cool. Cheers, man.
Got B&A Brewing here. What are you guys serving today?
We got our Belgian Blonde Ale, our Imperial IPA, and our ISA.
Why don't we talk about the Imperial IPA, because this is one of the newer beers. It sold out pretty fast out here.
Yeah, the last kegs of it we have are here today, and it's 9.1%, 90 IBUs, with a whole bunch of Simcoe, Galaxy, and Belma in there.
Its aroma, it's just amazing.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think it says 90 IBU.
Yeah. I put lots of the hops in late, so it wasn't overpowering on the bitterness.
Yeah, it's not, for people that are worried about bitterness, it's not super bitter.
Yeah.
It's got a really nice malt backbone. It's sweet. It's epic.
Yeah.
This is a great fucking beer.
I'm glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah, no, it's awesome.
It's my baby right now, so I'm pretty happy with how it came out.
Nice. Any plans to bottle this, or?
We were thinking about doing another batch, but it's all gone right now. We got to start gearing up for the summer, so it'll probably come back a few months' time, maybe after the summer.
Now, you guys were working on an expansion. Has that happened yet?
Yeah, it's all done. So we added 5 20 hectoliter fermenters and 2 20 hectoliter bright tanks.
Nice. And that's just over that bike shop, right?
Yeah, so we have hard pipes that go up and over the bike shop.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You don't find that very often.
No, it definitely makes for a good workout on brew days when you're cooling in and running back and forth.
I believe it, yeah. Where can people find you online?
At BNA Brewing on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and BNAbrewing.com.
Perfect. Thank you very much. So we're here at Kettle River Brewing from Kelowna. What are you guys pouring right now?
We're pouring our Under the Weather Stout, which is a chocolate milk stout, and we have our Open Season Saison, which is a Solera Saison. It's a blend of ages.
Nice.
And we do it in a white wine puncheon. And we take it, we add some and take some out every 3 months or so.
Nice.
And that's where we release it. And we release it for Fest-Of-Ale.
Perfect. Can I try some of that then, please?
Yeah, of course.
Gotta love Saison with Brett, right?
Yeah.
That smells really nice.
It's good. We honestly couldn't hope for better, like coming out of a barrel, right?
Yeah,
You never know. And it's kind of just the perfect.
Yeah, no, it's great. It's dry, it's fruity, a little bit of funk. Lots going on there.
Yeah. It's hard to explain. So you just
It is, yeah.
taste it, and you say,
No, it's tasty.
Yeah.
So, how are things going at the brewery? It's been a while since they've actually been there now.
It's good. We're in the middle of trying to upgrade. We got a new 5-barrel brew house. We're trying to raise the money to get it installed, get a boiler and controls and everything else. And we're well on our way to getting our lounge endorsement.
Nice.
And we're putting a patio in for the summer.
That's awesome. Yeah, because there's that whole area that would be amazing in the summer.
Yeah, it's going to be great. I can't wait. If we can get everything in line, by say July, it'll be the best summer ever.
That's awesome. Yeah. Amazing. Well, cheers. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, cheers.
Cheers.
Mike. Always like talking to you.
All right, we got Torchlight here from Nelson. What are you guys pouring today?
Today we're pouring our new Spring Session Ale, which is a light, fresh, lightly hot beer. We've got our Broadside IPA and then our Warp 8.5 Cascadia Dark Ale, which is a strong, dark, very hoppy beer.
Love that beer. Can I get a sample of that, please?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Thanks.
It's roasty, but it still has a lot of fruitiness to it. It's not over roasted. A lot of the Cascadia Dark Ales, they almost are too much of like a bitter stout than they are an IPA, I find.
Yeah, exactly. When you're making a beer, a dark IPA or Cascadia Dark Ale, you want to really highlight the hops, the roasted malts of this there to add another layer.
Yeah, exactly. Make it a little different, make it its own style, but it's still an IPA at heart.
Exactly, yeah. The hops are the star.
Yeah, for sure, exactly. So you guys are expanding right now. When's the expected expansion?
Well, it's happening right now. The facility is almost ready to go, and we're just a couple weeks away from opening the doors of the new place. The equipment's getting delivered this coming week. So,
nice, that's awesome.
Yep.
And you guys are distributing your beer a little further now, aren't you, into the Okanagan?
Yep, yeah, we're distributing actually almost all across BC. All the way as far as Victoria now, just in the last few weeks. So
okay,
we'll
I haven't
have
seen
more
it in Vancouver yet.
It's coming.
Nice.
It's coming very soon. A couple spots in Vancouver, and then more and more as our new facility gets online.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
I'm looking forward to the grand opening.
Yep, June 24th.
That's what it is. I'll write that down.
That's the full grand opening, yeah, June 24th.
I'm hoping to possibly come out for it.
It's going to be a lot of fun, yeah. Let us know.
Will do.
Yeah.
Right, cheers, thanks.
Thanks, Mike.
I hope you've enjoyed the first half of our interviews from the Okanagan Fest-Of-Ale. If you haven't made it out to the festival yet, you should really do that next year. Not only is it an amazing beer fest, but it's also a charity event and nonprofit society. Well worth your time. The next episode will be out next week. Cheers. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Pacific Beer Chat. To follow the podcast, search for us on iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher, and or YouTube. if you've enjoyed us, we'd also appreciate you leaving a review or a comment. Thanks.